Hello lifestylers, and welcome back to Lifestyle with Latasha. Well, in today's video, you're gonna be with me as I do a quick Christmas haul, and then I'm gonna show you how I transition my living room space to prep for my 12-foot Christmas tree that I'm gonna be installing this year. So I went out and I did say in my last video that I wasn't gonna buy too many things for Christmas, because if you saw my last video, I have a lot of decor already. However, I must admit that sometimes there are some unique pieces that you should buy as a investment piece, shall I just say, to create the look that you're going for. So I journeyed a little while back to Walmart, and I'm gonna tell you, Walmart actually showed out this year and really brought out some really beautiful pieces that I did grab a few items from that I added to my home decor. So with that being said, we're gonna get started with showing you some of the items that I grabbed from a Walmart haul. And then I did pick up one item from Hobby Lobby that I absolutely felt was just amazingly beautiful. And I'm really excited about that piece. I'm gonna be honest, I love it the way that it is, but I wish it was bigger. And then I picked up one item from Sam's Club. I never really shopped in Sam's Club, but I made the journey in there actually today, and I found something that I had been looking for, and I'm so glad because it was at a steal of a price in comparison to what I had looked at on another location. And then I got a couple of items from Amazon. So we're gonna go ahead and get started because I want you to see all that I got. And of course, if this is your first time on my channel, I wanna say welcome to you. I thank you for being here with me today. If you've been here before, you guys know how I feel about you. I'm so grateful that you're a part of all that we're doing on this channel and the fact that you took the time to subscribe. And if you like what you see, share it with someone else that you think it may be an inspiration to, or they may want to know about some of these things that I've acquired. And then of course, leave your comments down below. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start out with some of the items that I actually picked up from Walmart. So I did a video doing a Walmart shop with me so that you could see some of the items that they had available. This is one of the houses. I don't know if you remember, but in that video, I talked about, oh my God, I would love to be able to put a little tea light in there. And then I was disappointed because I realized that there's no entryway and it's not have a light on it already. But I decided I went ahead and got two of the larger size because I do have tea lights that I could slip into these windows. And as you can see, it has one on each side. So I'm gonna make this work. And I think I'll be able to even get a little bit of greenery on the inside of there and just kind of make it really look cozy and get a tea light to work in there. Got two of them. I love the fact that it has a little chimney on there. This is just really pretty. This marble snowman, can you see that? So I saw this in there and I thought, okay, this was just really cute, a little accent piece to be able to add in. And I love the fact that I'm probably gonna end up utilizing this in my kitchen area. I think Walmart is marketing themselves to take over the space of another competition store that may not be doing as well lately. Anyway, I'll leave that to my opinion. The next thing that I got from Walmart, now they came out for Christmas, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like this is something that I could utilize for Christmas and for fall. It's not necessarily a color that I'm using. However, I did decide that I wanted to go ahead and get them because I love the fact of I can use them for Christmas, but I can also use them in the fall. Or if you were with me for my spring installation of my decor for spring, I brought in oranges and colors like that. So this would be something that I could use that is multi-purpose. And that's a tip. If you find anything that is out there on the market that you can use not just for one season, even the better, because then you're really getting your money worth. And I love the fact that they're transparent and they're kind of like a plastic. And so that works for me, because if you know anything about Lifestyle with Latasha, she's not necessarily a fan of breakables. So as I mentioned before, we're talking about bringing red into my home this year. And I mentioned in my bedroom installation of my Christmas tree in there last week how I don't know what it is with me about red. And I think I'm starting to discover it, because I'm more of a neutral person, and I'll bring in pops of color. Red is just a color that is so bold and so vibrant that I think from my own space and thought process that it's kind of like grandma's Christmas. If that's okay to say. Not that there's anything wrong with being a grandma. I think I just made it just to me seemed like it was something that was much older. And so, but then I had to, reality hits, sometimes I am a grandma. So what am I talking about? So anyway, this is a piece that I got from Walmart. And can you see that? This is a little, looks like Norfolk pines. It's actually a collection of different foliage in here. And I love the way that it looks. And then right in the center, they stuck some red berries. And I thought when I first saw this, I absolutely loved it. I thought this is just enough to give me a pop of color. If you know anything about this channel, I've painted my walls, which is where I am now in my living room, charcoal and black. Immediately when I saw this, I thought, ooh, that's going to be beautiful on my black wall. But not only that, if I choose to use these somewhere else, I think it would be a great color with the green and the red. And I love the fact that it's so flowy that it's very realistic and kind of real touch-like. And I just thought this was really pretty. I love the woven basket that it has it in. And this is something that I don't necessarily have. And so I thought this will be a great asset to the decor that I already have. And so I got 2 of these. And so I'm really thrilled about the way that this is going to turn out. But you guys, tell me, what do you think about this? Can you see how flowy that is? I love this piece. I think this is going to do very, very well with what I'm trying to do this year. All right, so something else. So in my kitchen, my countertops are gray and white quartz. And this year for fall, I chose to use a lot of woods in my kitchen. So as I was planning out what I was going to do in my kitchen, I decided that I wanted to continue that theme. And so I'm going to still be incorporating some wood. And this is a tray that I thought was just perfect for me to add into that space. And of course, I'm going to create a vignette on here just to kind of set up a little space on my countertops. And I love the color of this wood. I think that it's going to go very well with my backsplash and my countertops. The next thing that I got is I brought in some brown wired ribbon. This is just a small ribbon, but I've got a couple of things like reindeers, and I want to add some ribbon too. So I got this little small ribbon, and this was a couple of bucks, but I thought that color was really pretty, and I'm going to be utilizing this in my kitchen. The next thing that I got from Walmart, guys, take a look. This is a drummer boy, and he is wooden, and I love the color of this. I measured him. I think he is about 16 inches tall. So I really love the fact that it's a tall piece, but I think he is going to do very, very well in the kitchen with that wooden that I'm going to put around. And I only bought one of these this year, and I'm just really impressed. Have you guys had a chance to stop by Walmart? Okay, so the next thing, this one. So I have seen a couple of channels that have showcased the different nutcrackers, and I see all different types. For me, this one speaks volumes. This is so pretty. I love the fact that it's clean lines, it is sleek, it is modern. I love the fact that it's acrylic. It is something that I can keep. I don't have to worry about it getting broken. Of course, you still have to be careful with it, But I love the fact that it's just such a beautiful, sleek design with the lines, and you know, it's not a lot of fuss about it. And this was $5 and some change. So I showed him in that Walmart shop with me. And I did grab him right then because I was afraid if I didn't do it right then, it was going to get gone. So as I was shopping and I grabbed that one item first, and then I went back and got a couple of other items, this is what I found. They had brought in the larger ones. Can you see that? Yeah, I was so excited. This thing it is all life. So I'm going to hold them beside each other just so that you can see the difference in size. So can you see the difference? Yeah. So I didn't measure, but as I said before, this one is, I want to say this one's probably between 14 and 15 inches tall. And I didn't measure this one. So maybe about 8, 9, maybe 10. But it's such a difference in size. But this one they had just brought in, and I could tell you, I went into Walmart, I want to say on a Friday, I think on a Friday, and they were already getting gone. So if you're looking for something like this, you want to snatch it up. I've heard there are a couple of different stores that have something very similar. I've seen it at Aldi. Aldi had a lot more detail on it, and it was more of a traditional nutcracker, so I wasn't really impressed with it. And I was thrilled, and I ended up getting 2 of these. Another thing that I got from Walmart is I got this sign that says, "Come, let us adore him." I love this. I'm going to probably utilize this somewhere in my kitchen. And if you've been here before, you know that I love putting in those motivational signs and things of that nature just for my family to kind of remember, you know, to always be grateful for everything that we have, because we've truly been blessed in life. Does not mean life is perfect. It just means that we have a lot more to be grateful for than to complain about. I don't think that I got from Walmart that I'm going to show you guys. And some of you already probably have it. And I was late to the game last year and I missed out. And I was devastated because these were the rave of last year from Walmart. So I'm going to turn my camera around just a little bit so you guys can see I got mine. And what it is, can you see them? The deer. I got my set of I think they're called blown out reindeer set. They're only available via order. You cannot get them in stores, not where I am. So if you're interested in getting them, now I can tell you this also. They went up in price because they were in such high demand last year. They went up like $25 from what they were last year, because I think everybody else got them for like 99 bucks. The size of them is amazing. And I love the fact that they create such a attraction when people walk into the room. These are amazing. And so I'm still a little hurt that it cost me a little bit more to have to wait 1 year, but I'm still grateful that I got them. You got to stay tuned. Parts of my house that are already decorated, and I'm going to show you some of those areas. But I wanted to do this haul so that you can see, because there is still time. We're still in the beginning of November and there's time. Okay, so moving right along. So I mentioned that there was something that I got from Hobby Lobby. I didn't go in the Hobby Lobby, honestly, looking for anything in particular, but I stumbled upon this. And if you know anything about Hobby Lobby, everything that they have right now for Christmas is 50% off. So this piece, imagine on my tricorn black wall. That's why I initially saw it. Here's a problem. When I got it home, the place I envisioned this is too small. But I'm going to love on it anyway. But I want to show you something that it actually has so that you can see it. So you know I'm all about the surprises and creating an element. It lights up. So it worked out because where I wanted this piece to go was above my TV on my fireplace. The challenge is, because it lights up, unfortunately, it doesn't have a remote. So if I put it up that high, it would not work because I would never be able to actually turn it on. Or if I turned it on, it would have to stay on and I would be replacing the batteries quite often. However, I have found another place that I'm going to use it, and I'm thrilled about it, and I can't wait for you to see it. But that piece, I saw it, and then I saw that it lit up. It was done. It was a wrap. I was like, okay, here's another piece. And honestly, as I talk about buying an investment piece, that one really wasn't that expensive. It was like 30 bucks. And so 30 bucks after the discount. So, and this is a piece that I can have forever. And then the final thing that I bought was something that I stumbled upon when I went into Sam's Club today. Now, of course, as a content creator, we watch other channels. So I watch several women around the country, here in Georgia. Hey, Wani. This Georgia Clay is another channel that I watch. Of course, I watch Creating with Mimi, Chilomi on This Glamorous Penny Pincher. I watch all of these ladies. They do amazing jobs. And of course, we get ideas from each other. And this year, I was like, okay, that's it. I've got to get them. I've got to find out where they are. And I found out they're actually sold on Amazon, and I will link them down below in my LTK shop, or scan this QR code on the screen, and that will actually take you directly to my LTK shop where you can get them for yourselves. So if you're interested in them, I want you to be able to find them, and I'm going to give it to you with ease. So these are some oversized Jingle Bell balls on Amazon. The gold ones are $279. The red ones are $310 right now. But guys, if you can make it to Sam's Club, listen closely. These oversized bell, and you get two of them. One is extremely large and the other one is a little bit smaller. And they come on a stand, and they are made of metal. I got them for $129. Can I get a round of applause? Yeah. These are half the cost that they were on Amazon. At Sam's Club, get these for a fraction of the cost that they are on some of the other platforms. And so these were $129. I am all about buying things that are going to be sustainable and that I can have forever. And these are made of metal, and I am thrilled about the way that they look and what I'm going to be able to do with them. So right now, that's going to wrap up all the things that I've actually done in my Christmas haul for 2025. And I don't plan on getting anything else because I think I'm over pushing the limit in decor. But what we're going to do now is that I want you guys to stay with me, because I'm going to show you now how I transitioned my living room space, because I literally had to rearrange some things because I decided I wanted to put my Christmas tree in a different location this time than I had done before. So we transitioned the living room space, and I'm going to get it all prepped up. And then in the very next video, you're going to see that space transform for Christmas. So stay tuned, and let's get over there and watch us rearrange it all together. In the meantime, take care, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Of course, if you like this video and you like some of the things that I bought, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Leave your comments down below. And then if you want to share this video with someone else, please do so. Hit that share button and send it to your friends. And I'll see you guys in the end. Take care. Well, all right, guys, we are transitioning my living room space. And if you've been here before, you've seen how we've adjusted everything before. But this time, I decided to do something totally different. I have a 12-foot tree that I'm going to put in a different space in my living room. So I'm rearranging the furniture, moving it around, and getting it away from in front of the window. And as you can see, we're putting the couch there. So with that being said, anyone have any idea where I'm going to be placing the tree this year? Honestly, it's not that difficult to figure it out, but I'm excited for what it's going to look like. And I hope that you guys stay tuned, because I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek of the tree undecorated. However, you got to come back to see it fully done. I can't wait for you to see it.